What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Latrina, and I am back again with another tarot spread. Well, it looks like we have a Hierophant showing up here, and it looks like he's contested to something. It looks like he is actually giving up on something, on trying to win at all costs in a particular situation. And it looks like, he may be overextending himself to his group, and he may be obligated and outstretched. Something is just reached its capacity with this group, and it's a leader of a group, and he's you know he should be teaching them. I guess he may have taught them how to win at all costs, but really, in all truth, he's actually had to contest. He's had to give up on his efforts and measures in some way. Maybe of the maybe the responsibilities and the obligations have, like I said, reached a capacity, a full capacity in some sense. He's being given instructions on the next steps to take, or he's being instructed and given instructions on the next measures, or the next thing to do. What should he do next? He's getting instruction and advice. And this guy is coming out, as the Hierophant, but he's also coming out as the Knight of Wands, because he's in the reverse. He's a reverse Knight of Wands. Which tells me that he's very impulsive, and the decisions that he may be making or have made, it just wasn't what he planned. It didn't go as he planned it to go. And it says the plans and the advice that he got has left him in poverty. It's actually gotten him caught up. Whatever he worked on with this book, because he does come out as the magician as well. So he did have either a spell book or some kind of guided, it was a guided manual on, these efforts. He was guided. He had all of the tools that he needed to complete this. But it looks like, whatever magic or whatever, spells or whatever tricks that he had up his sleeve has left him as showing up as the hanged man. The door did close. It looks like there's been a closed door to this situation also. And even maybe a false marriage. That may have been, a part of his plan, this false marriage. And now if the marriage is real and legit, it plays a part into this picture. It plays a part with the plan. The plan, it was a part of the plan. That marriage, maybe, maybe he was supposed to get someone married. But there's been an attempt to do that, but the door shut. There was a closed door that he got met with when he did, it was a closed door. And then we have a lady that shows up here, and she's coming out as the Queen of Swords. And she, she's in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is very methodical, very vengeful, and very egotistically driven. She's also, would like to win at all costs with that Five of Swords coming out. Whatever it takes. That's what they want to do, is win, and no matter what it takes. But it looks like with that coming out, in the reverse, due to maybe some legal issue, is what reversed this winning at all costs, or maybe they, was attempting to win at all costs regarding this legal issue. But she is coming out as this, cold, cruel, methodical, and calculating and evil, cunning, and even willing to lie to accomplish her winning at all costs, And it looks like, something may have prevented her and put her in the hangman position as well, which, again, showing up here is either a death that's gonna stop her plans of action, or an STD. It's one of the two that will put her in, the retreat mode, because it says a basket with two handles can be carried by two. So this is something that was worked on by two individuals, and they both have to contest, give up, retreat. This is what this Five of Swords in the reverse means. They just want to have peace now. They just want to see a peaceful solution to the situation. Because on top of this cold and calculating Queen of Swords in the reverse, she comes out. She's taking heads. She's got heads literally on her throne. This is not something that she hasn't done before. And it looks like, what she ended up getting was an STD, death, even and up to, including a warrant for her arrest and imprisonment. These two cards came out in the same row right with her. So that's what she did get. as a result to the plans that was made between her. And it looks like this Knight of Wands in the reverse. And he wants to show up as a Hierophant, which is a leader, a teacher, somebody that, is in direct contact with God on behalf of the people. Almost like a Christ, because that's, the interpretation that they've given us of his mission, and his connection to God for us. He comes out like the Hierophant, and he even shows up as the magician from time to time, maybe to those that he will allow in that aspect of his life, because he wears many hats, this particular individual. And one of them that he's obligated to, he's outstretched himself, and he really cannot provide the sustentation that this group or this organization is requiring of him. He's not met the the criteria or whatever, the expectations or the label that they've actually the character. He can't play this character of this sustainer no longer, because he has to contest in whatever mission that was put forth with all that he was trying to win at all costs. He's given up on that attempt. Instead, he wants peace, and he wants to actually come to a resolution regarding that, because then this Knight of Wands, this Knight of Wands, I'm not sure if he's a dirty law official, dirty cop, or a law official, or if he's working with one. But it does say it takes two blows to make a battle. So that tells me that he may be working with, because it says it takes two blows. And whomever this dirty law official is, and whomever he's working with in this, organization, church, or some kind of a weird religious sect, they've actually all had to contest. Because when you see the Hierophant, he represents the whole group. So there's a door that's been shut on this group, and this, manipulation, these lies that's coming out with this Queen of Swords. There's been a closed door. They are stuck and caught up in the hangman mode. Whomever this magician and this Queen of Swords is. Now, she doesn't have to be an air sign, and she may be one. But the point that they stress with her energy is that she's cutthroat. She's wielding a sword in her hand, and even headless, people all around her throne. She's gotten there through by any means, and these actions and her cruelty and her manipulation tactics and her lies have actually landed her with a warrant out for her arrest and the imprisonment card, which tells me that she's caught up. That's a real hangman, hangwoman, hangman, however you want to put it, but she's caught up. She's caught up, as well as this religious leader. I'm not sure how much of the group is responsible for the decision making, but really the leader is the one that's gonna, determine the direction, the plan of action, and even the lick. They're gonna be the ones that's the sustaination of the life force of the group, the life force energy of the group. And he did work with this, Queen of Sword, and it looks like another man that he's in conversation with about this topic. They did not, receive sudden wealth because the sudden wealth card came out in the reverse, and it came out right with this Hierophant. So he didn't get, the victory that he was expecting out of the situation that he so planned on. And that he had to win at all costs, with that Five of Swords. Something is being